A lot of Ankalaev fanboys, a lot of, inbred dick suckers. I've been seeing a lot of shit where, they've been saying that Ankalaev will beat Pereira. Kenny Okoye is the main guy. But, a lot of people have been saying Ankalaev has got to beat Pereira. I personally don't think so. I don't understand why other people think so. Because he's not really a wrestler. He's not really a wrestler. I'm going to tell you straight up, right? I don't know where this whole he's a wrestler thing comes from. I understand he wrestles from time to time. He has good grappling. His grappling's overrated. And his striking is underrated. He is to me, he's mainly a kickboxer. A lot of his time he spends standing. He spends actually striking on people. Jabs, 1-2s, leg kicks. I don't understand what fights y'all are watching. Y'all treat him like he's fucking Marab. I don't understand that. I've never seen why y'all treat him like he's Marab. It's kind of crazy to me because he spends a lot of time striking. I've seen people say, oh, he's going to out-wrestle Alex Pereira. He's going to submit him. Let me just show you this. 0.0 submission average per 15 minutes. This man does not attempt submissions. This man does not attempt submissions. He doesn't get submissions. 0.92 takedown average per 15 minutes. He barely shoots a takedown a fight. If I'm reading this right, he barely shoots a takedown a fight. 3 significant strikes. And significant strikes absorbed, 2 per minute. That's not bad. Striking accuracy, 53. Only 32 takedowns attempted all time. With a 31 takedown accuracy. This guy's not, he's not as big of like a wrestler as people think he is. I don't understand where that comes from, that delusion. I understand the narrative. I understand his name ends with a V. I understand he's Russian, so people think he's automatically a wrestler. He has the inbred beard. He has the weird little bowl cut. He's not a wrestler, man. This guy is not the guy to beat Pereira. And he's already said he's willing to stand up with Pereira. That he will stand up with Pereira and knock him out. I think he could. But let's be honest, right? He's not the fucking guy. I just want to bring this to light because I've seen a lot of people saying he's the guy to beat Pereira. Pereira's legacy is over. First off, why would you want this guy to be champion? This guy's boring as fuck. Second off, this guy's best win is Rakic coming off a loss to Yuri Prohashka. I don't see that. I don't see where the hype comes from. I don't see any of that shit. But it's like, bro, he's not a wrestler. He's not a wrestler. I don't know where that comes from. Look at this, bro. Dead ass. Be honest with me. Stare in my soul. Suck my dick. I'll look down at you while you deep throat me. Look me in my eyes. Straight face me and tell me he's gonna out decision Alex Pereira. Tell me he's gonna out wrestle him for 5 rounds. The guy who gasses out. The guy who barely wrestles. The guy who holds people against the fence. You're telling me he's gonna out decision or submit Alex Pereira. He hasn't had a single submission ever. He doesn't take people down. His decisions are mostly him holding people against the fence and outstriking people. It's like, you genuinely believe that this guy's the guy to beat Pereira. I never understood it. Look at this. 0 submission attempts. He's not going to submit Pereira. He already made it clear he wants to stand up with Pereira and knock him out. And he's more of a kickboxer than a wrestler if you actually look at stats. If a kickboxer says he's going to stand up with Pereira, these light heavyweight guys are retards. These light heavyweight guys suck. They're brain dead. I could give you a better game plan. It's like, he's going to stand up with Pereira. I genuinely believe that because he's more of a kickboxer. He said he would. Unless he goes back on his word, which I think he will go back on his word, try wrestling. I think he's going to fail at wrestling in all honesty because he doesn't wrestle. He just doesn't wrestle that much. It is what it is, Also, his significant strike defense is kind of trash. You can't afford to let 59% of significant strikes land on you when you're fighting Alex Pereira. You just can't. He has too much power. His leg kicks, they're gonna stop you. They're gonna cripple you. He's gonna knock you out. He's gonna destroy your ribs. He has too much power, man. He's a freak athlete. And let's just go, dude. His best win is Rakic. His best win's Rakic. I know y'all don't like to talk about that. I know it's really copy for some of y'all Ankalaev fans, but his best one's Rakic. It is what it is. And this fight sucked too. This was a 2-1 fight, very close fight. Obviously Ankalaev won. I clearly thought Ankalaev won, but it was a close fight. 2-1 against Rakic, who just got knocked out by Yuri Prochazka. Against Rakic, whose main thing is, I'm just gonna back up, and I'm gonna let you beat me up, but I'm gonna try countering you from time to time. I don't think Ankalaev's gonna fight the same on the back foot while slowed down. Ankalaev doesn't do good with leg kicks. He really doesn't. It's like, if Alex Pereira walks down Ankalaev, I don't trust Ankalaev to be able to push him against the fence, hold him there. He obviously doesn't go for takedowns. He obviously doesn't submit people. Let's stop putting the wrestler narrative on him. Let's stop putting that on him. Say he's going to submit Alex Pereira, who's probably only in a wrestling training camp right now and has only been in wrestling training camps for the past 3-4 fights. It's cope. It's cope. It's fucking cope. Like, I'm an Alex Pereira hater, but that's because I believe that he has easier fights and he's kind of gifted some stuff. And I think the people he's fighting are legitimate retards. Yuri Prochazka being one of them. Jamal Hill being one of them. He has no footwork. Ankalaev kind of being one of them. You know, it's like, bro, I don't know where this comes from. Like I said, his best one's Rakic. Then it's Johnny Walker after illegally kneeing him in the first fight. Like, congrats, you knocked out Johnny Walker. You're one of the 18 people. You know, he had a draw versus Blachowicz. Yes, you probably should have won against Blachowicz. I agree with you completely. That's 2022, man. You know, congratulations, you beat Anthony Smith. You beat Santos. You know what I'm saying? This guy's not a wrestler. So let's stop with the narrative. Let's calm down. We do this every time with Alex Pereira. He's not the guy. This isn't the guy. It just, everything I'm looking at is telling me this is not the guy to beat Pereira. This is not the guy who's going to out-wrestle him. This is not the guy who's going to submit him. And if he's not going to submit him, let me raise this question to you, right? Again, you're in the dick-sucking position. You are sucking my dick. I am head-pounding you. I look you dead-ass in your eyes, right? Do you genuinely believe he's going to go 25 minutes with Alex Pereira? The guy who gasses out in 3-round fights and slows down tremendously. And you know when he slows down because he'll hold you against the fence. Do you think he's strong enough and has the cardio while he's already getting beaten up and getting pushed on the back foot to hold Alex Pereira against the fence for 25 minutes and take him down consistently? He already only has the 31 takedown landed accuracy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the delusion comes from. Actually, I do. It's a bunch of Russian dick suckers. Like, I'm guaranteeing you, bro, if you're saying Ankalaev will win this fight, if you're rooting for Ankalaev to win this fight, you also chose Umar, and you also thought Umar won, and you were disappointed when Merab folded him. It's just the same fans. It's the same fans, man. They kind of suck, and they're kind of copy, but it's whatever. I'm just showing you the stats here, right? One search. Magomed Ankalaev, UFC. This page will show up immediately. This will tell you he's not beating Pereira. He's not going to beat Pereira. He's probably going to get knocked down in the second round. While I do think he could land on Pereira cleanly, he won't. He won't. It is what it is. He won't knock him out. Pereira does have a good chin. While it is kind of janky from time to time, he has a good chin. Khalil Roundtree landed on him consistently. Yuri Prochazka did. Jamal Hill did. But, you know, Ankalaev has power because he knocked out Johnny Walker, right? What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Also, Pereira's head movement is elite. Pereira's head movement is great. His height is great. Look, man, I sound like I'm glazing. But at least I'm not saying, oh, Alex Pereira's going to out-wrestle Ankalaev. I'm not, like, glazing. I'm just saying the facts. We know what Pereira's good at. We know what he's really good at. We know his weaknesses. This is not a guy who's going to expose his weaknesses. Also, you can't go to the head against Pereira that often. You can't. I'm sorry. Look what Yuri Prochazka did. Look what Jamal Hill did. Khalil Roundtree. Alex Pereira's head movement is different. He's tall. He's tall, lengthy. The reason he fights so bad is so he can just... He just leans out of hooks. He leans out of straights. This ain't the guy to beat him, bruh. This ain't the guy to beat him. I'm sorry. And I don't like Alex Pereira that much at all. I don't like Ankalaev either, but it's like, you look at these stats and you tell me he's going to beat him. You look at these stats and you don't feel some doubt in your mind Ankalaev's the guy to beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, bro, like, all of everything comes from standing for this guy. Everything's built off the stand up for this guy. His wrestling, his pure raw wrestling isn't that great. He's not a guy where he's just going to shoot on you and he's going to get you down immediately. He's not a guy where, he's going to knock you out. He's a guy where he's going to hold you against the fence. And maybe set up an overhand or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's facts. It's just facts. I'm not making this shit up. You know I'm not making this shit up. You see I'm not making this up. He doesn't even have one takedown average per 15 minutes. Not one shot. Not one shot. 0 submission average. He also barely attempts submissions. You know how bad it is? You have to have a 0 submission average in 20 fights? You're telling me as a wrestler, as one of the great grapplers, as one of the great Russian grapplers to a lot of people, you don't have a single submission in 20 fights? 22 fights? Paul Craig submitted you? Hey, but this is the guy, bro. This is the guy to knock out Alex Pereira or just out-wrestle him the whole time or submit him. This is the guy to beat Alex Pereira. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Like, Jan Blachowicz couldn't do it. Jan was the closest, right? And I know he had to draw off Ankalaev. But they're different. Jan was built to fight a guy like Pereira. Jan's a tanky guy. He's built to fight a guy like Pereira where he goes through a lot of adversity. He goes through a lot of shit. Ankalaev isn't that guy. But that's it. Like I said, short video. I know, short video. But factual. He's not the guy to beat Pereira. It's not going to happen. So I just want to tell you, all you Umar fans, or all you Russian fans, dick suckers, or even if you just like Ankalaev. I'm not even, like, I'm open to that possibility. Maybe you just like Ankalaev because he's a cool guy, I guess. It's not going to happen. I mean, I know you never say never when it comes to MMA, because any hook, anything can knock you out. Even if it's not strong, where it lands, it could just knock you out. It's not going to happen. That I'm very happy it's not going to happen. I just wanted to bring this to attention. Can we stop calling this guy a wrestler? Can we stop, if you want to call him a guy who holds people against the fence, go ahead. I'd rather you say that than a wrestler, because he's not a wrestler. At least he's not the most dominant wrestler you've seen. A crazy wrestler like heavyweight who's just destroying everybody. Because he's not. He's not. He's a guy that'll hold you against the fence for 2 rounds. He'll win those 2 rounds based off that. And his striking's alright. And his wrestling's alright. Let's stop being delusional here. Let's just stop doing that. But if you enjoyed the video, if you agree with me, shit, subscribe. If you don't agree with me, let me know. Don't be a dick sucker. Okay? Don't be a dick sucker. Just give me some pure factual statements, because I'm a factual guy. Sometimes I'm very biased, but I like being a factual guy. This is Pure Facts, UFC's official fucking website, and I can't wait for this fight. This fight's great. I actually can't wait for this fight, but I just want to bring this to attention. Like I said, he's not a wrestler. He's more of a kickboxer than a wrestler. It is what it is. Yeah. I hope you liked the video. I don't know when this is coming out, but I'm just gonna end it, bro. Like, it is what it is. I don't have anything else to say.